Am I the a-hole for telling my younger brother that I won't let him have anything to do with my child when it's born? For context, I, F19, am living at home with my mother and younger brothers while my partner, M22, is securing a new job and looking for a house for us in a new town further west. I got pregnant around early February despite being on regular birth control after a condom broke during a holiday with my family that my partner was also invited to. So a completely unplanned, freak accident pregnancy. Despite this, we're still both very excited to welcome our baby into the world, as we've always planned on having kids, just definitely not this soon. Anyways, my youngest brother, M13, is the golden child who gets away with anything and everything, including his overbearingly bad behavior. We've always butted heads, like to the point he would even get verbally and physically violent towards me, and my other younger brother has had to step in. There's even been times where I've had to lock myself in the bathroom just to get away from him because he keeps going and following me around just talking at me to prove his point in an argument. He's even caused me several mental breakdowns by triggering my PTSD about our now estranged father. But he'd been really improving lately, going to regular psychology appointments, being eerily kind towards me, and even helping me with things around the house. Actually making a real effort to fix our relationship and be kinder in general. Things were really looking up, and we even spent a lot of time together during the family holiday and had lots of fun. He hadn't had a single outburst for months or caused any fights between us. I truly thought we were finally going to get along. That is, until he found out I'm pregnant. Silly me, for thinking things could really change, right? He's downright nasty. He has truly been a little monster. Constantly shit-stirring, degrading me, and shaming me. He doesn't miss a chance to remind me how irresponsible I am for getting myself knocked up. Every time I ask for space or for him to stop doing something he's purposely doing to irritate me, he retorts back with stuff along the lines of, "I can do what I want, I live here. It's not my fault you got yourself pregnant before getting a house." He continuously likes pointing out how I've sinned by having sex before marriage, and my pregnancy wouldn't have to be everyone else's problem if I had just waited. We all grew up super religious, but these days my mother could care less about such arbitrary rules, and is actually excited for a grandbaby. It's our grandmother who's strict about religion. The other day he ran into me, hard, with his scooter while riding it inside, which he's been told several times not to do, and really hurt my stomach. Obviously, I said ow, and snappily told him to watch out, to which he responds, "Not my fault, I ran into your fat baby." There's been other times he's accidentally bumped into me, specifically my stomach. One time Mum actually pulled him up on it for once, to which he replied, "What? It's not my fault she's pregnant and in the way." He's even stated on several occasions that after my partner and I get married, he hopes I die, because he likes my partner more than me and only wants us to get married, so that they can be brothers-in-law. I've been trying to be patient with him, thinking maybe he's just feeling jealous he won't be the youngest in our family and get all of our mother's attention anymore. Despite all of his little comments and attempts at getting me to start fights with him like he used to, and purposely doing things that'll agitate me, I've remained as calm as possible and simply removed myself from the situations as soon as possible for both my own peace of mind and as not to disturb the strained functionality of the household. But the other day, when I was talking to our other brother about what gender my baby might be and name ideas my partner had thought of, he outright told me, "You should call it RD because it's going to come out deformed and just as stupid as you." At this, I finally lost it. Like, how dare he insult my child like that? Insult me all you want, sure thing. I can deal with that until I get to move out, but to insult my unborn child just because you're feeling insecure or something? Not on, buddy. I screamed at him, telling him I'm sick and tired of how unfair he's been towards me lately. We got into a huge fight and he tried to threaten me, so I brought up stuff he had done to me before he started going to therapy and how I wasn't afraid to call the cops on a kid if I had to. He continued screaming back at me until he had me backed against a wall, at which point I actually slapped him across the face. Hard. Really hard. I'd never physically retaliated against him before, even in the past when he had gotten physically violent. He was shocked, speechless, eyes wide, mouth finally shut. I took the opportunity to shove him away so I could get out from between him and wall and stated firmly, "When I moved out, I'm not letting you have anything to do with me or my child. You will never be allowed to see it or go near it ever. Do you understand me?" And I left the house to get some fresh air. Of course, when Mum got home from grocery shopping, my little brother immediately went and cried to her and told her all about it, an over-exaggerated version for sure. And he had the red handprint across his face to prove his sob story. My mum rings me up, yelling and cussing at me and telling me I need to be the bigger person. I tried to explain my side of the story, but she was having none of it, told me that it was no excuse and I had no right to hit her precious little baby, even if he was being a prick. She told me what I had said was going way too far, and that my brother would be having contact with my child regardless of how I felt about him or what he'd done in the past. That if she was going to be in my child's life, then he would be too, and I had no say in the matter because he would be a good uncle and deserves a relationship with his niece or nephew. She then went on a whole guilt trip, reminding me how much my brother has been trying so hard to better himself with therapy and helping out with the community through the youth center at the local church, and how well we were getting along on holiday, and how much he's been helping her out lately. And then basically told me I was overreacting about everything because of pregnancy hormones, and I'd get over it all once the baby was born. I scoffed and told her plain and simple I was not ever letting that Satan spawn near my child, then hung up. She's been sour with me for days, and even stated making her own underhanded comments towards me now, making me feel bad for what I said and trying to make me apologize to my brother. She says I'm being unfair and AB. So guys, am I AB for finally standing up for myself and standing my ground on not letting my brother have contact when I move out and baby is born?